And welcome back. My Patriots and St. Louis played in Super Bowl 36 when New England won its first of 6 championships on Adam Vinatieri's game-winning field goal after Tom Brady engineered the final minute drive. Well, fast forward 17 years, and the Rams of Los Angeles now in Super Bowl 53 yesterday in Atlanta against the Pats. Tom Brady on the opening drive. This was not characteristic of him. He was picked off, and this game would become a defensive struggle. Yes, many called it boring, myself including, but I was still hanging in there because it was close all the way throughout. Brady to Julian Edelman, who was the MVP with 141 yards receiving, 3-0 at the half. Third quarter, the former UNO Maverick Greg Zuerlein with a bomb that made it 3-3, but fourth quarter, after a big play to Gronk, Brady hands off to Sony Michel for the game's only touchdown. Michel with over 300 yards and 6 touchdowns in the postseason as a rookie. And then Mr. Gilmore with a big pick, sealing the win. They got another field goal, and your final, Patriots win it 13-3. Brady now 6-3 in Super Bowls. Julian Edelman was your game's MVP. That's, again, 6 titles for the Pats. Now, speaking of football, now that the season is over, former Jackrabbit star Zach Zenner can begin focusing on finding a home for 2019. He was back in Sioux Falls today working out at the Sanford Fieldhouse. Zenner had a roller coaster season that saw him get cut by the Lions early after an injury, only to sign back with them later on and play some of the best football of his 4-year NFL career, rushing for 265 yards and 3 scores. It's why Zach isn't quite ready to leave football for his other career in medicine just yet.
You know, I don't have a contract for next year, so technically it could be over. And I'm ready if that happens, but I like to keep playing football, so I'm hoping to get another shot.
And in his final game last year, he certainly showed what he is capable of when he ran for 93 yards in this touchdown in their win at Green Bay. Well, the Dordt women's basketball team is already flipping the script on last year's 14-17 campaign, and the main force in their dramatic turnaround is a sophomore, Erica Feenstra. KDLT's Nicole Griffith introduces us to our Carl's TV and Appliance Athlete of the Week.
Erica Feenstra is making her mark on the Defenders program as a sophomore.
Erica has just been extremely consistent all season. She has really worked hard just on her physicality and the type of player that she is, and she has just had an outstanding season so far.
Feenstra broke the school's single-season scoring record this year with 500 points and counting.
I'd like to say I'm kind of physical. I like to play down low. I like the aggression of the game, and I really like the fast pace of the game. I like to go out and run and try to get some layups.
She started every game the last 2 years, averaging 22.5 points a game this season, doing most of her damage in the paint.
This year especially, I started to play down low. Last year, more I was on the wing. A little more of a threat is that I'm starting to play down in the post and becoming more physical every game.
The Defenders have already reached a national ranking this year, but it didn't come without some inconsistency.
I'm their 3rd coach in 3 years, and for them to jump on board the way they have, it's just outstanding.
This may be Harmson's first season with the Defenders, but it's not with Feenstra.
I had the opportunity to coach Erica in high school, actually.
Giving the head coach a pretty good idea of what kind of threat the 6-foot forward can be.
She's physical, and she is tough. She can step out and hit that 3 too. Just her rebounding has been fantastic. Her scoring around the basket and going to different moves. She's just really worked hard at improving her game.
For the sophomore, she'll be a dominant force for the next 2 years.
It's fun to be able to look ahead and go, okay, we got these pieces to the puzzle coming back.
Making Dort's future pretty bright. In Sioux Center, Nicole Griffith, KDLT Sports.
And finally, the South Dakota State men were in Denver yesterday to take on the Pioneers. And how about Skylar Flatten, the former Clark Willow Lake standout? He had quite the night, especially from outside. Yikes. He made 8 of 12 from behind the arc. Mike Dahm also scored 28 points and had 12 rebounds in front of a bunch of NBA scouts. But it was, look at this play by Tevin King. It was Flatten with a career-high 36 as the Jacks go on to win 92-82. Big win for them. Big win for my Pats. We'll be right back.